my philosophy. No, and that's my procreation has nothing to do with veganism. Veganism is about causing the least amount of suffering when practically possible.
You said that nothing that goes into your body, onto your body.
Exactly.
Is animal based.
Right. It isn't. Are you talking about the meat of my boyfriend? Is that what you're talking about? Who's over there? Yeah, that's kind of silly, but if that's where you want to go with that, it is.
No, it's not.
If you want to be that silly in an argument, go right for it. If you want to go to that level, but I'm trying to have an intellectual argument. That's cute, and that's cute. I think it's cute, but I don't think it's a rational argument to use in a conversation such as this. This is a serious discussion. We're talking about the lives of these animals who have suffered, and they suffer for 3 years in a cage like that. I do not want to contribute to that. Do you want to contribute to that? Come on here, doing a little bit of jogging. Liberate animals. Okay. Joe. Good job, Joe. Good job. Good job.
Maybe you might want to spell it right.
What? No, meet the victims.
Right.
That's the way we do it. Meet the victims. The meat is the victim. Get it? The animal. That's
kind of. Oh,
Get it?
You're protesting?
Yes, we're animal rights activists.
Oh, really?
Yeah, we're protesting against the conviction of Nick and Amy yesterday for going to the Excelsior hog farm and exposing these conditions of the animals. We're from Edmonton, by the way, as well. Came up here all the way from Edmonton for this. We were here yesterday as well, protesting with the other activists. You know the story, eh?
They're from.
No, I don't.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no, what was it? The 200 activists went on Excelsior hog farm in 2019?
Well, why don't you join PETA?
We are.
Oh. Never mind.
I'm with everything. So we're just doing some chalking now. We already did our music over there. We did some singing. So we're going to be here for a bit.
But people are going to eat meat no matter what. We're carnivores.
No, we're not. We're omnivores. There's a difference.
Yes, I'm well aware.
Right. We don't have to eat meat. We don't have to eat meat for survival. We can perfectly survive on a plant-based diet. It's been proven in many medical diets.
Where you get your protein from?
From plants.
Where
did the original protein come from?
And with this recent drought, and what's going to happen? We're all going to starve.
What do you think, that there's not going to be anything in the grocery stores if we don't eat meat? What else is in it?
No, that's not the point I'm trying to
What
make.
are you trying to make? That if we don't eat meat, there's...
This global change.
What do you think is causing it?
Meat eaters?
Right. So why don't we stop
people who drive cars.
No, that's part of it. What do you think all the emissions are? The methane? Cows?
So much more energy.
So much energy. And,
so do you drink milk?
No, we're vegans. We're absolute vegans. We do not drink milk, eat cheese, dairy, none of that. Nothing that comes from an animal goes into my body or on my body.
It's pretty gross.
There's no need for that.
Procreating is out of the question.
I do not procreate. You're absolutely correct, and I wouldn't. But that's my personal choice. Anyone else, that procreation is a choice. Suffering and causing suffering to another animal, that's not a choice. Why would you choose to cause suffering to another animal?
So if everybody adapted your sort of philosophy, then I guess mankind would die down. Wouldn't it?
It's pretty practical too. Like
how so?
The top athletes are plant-based. They're vegan too.
I just don't understand. You need to explain to me your.
Well, if you don't procreate, if we stop procreating, then that would be the end of what mankind.
Sure, that's my choice. So I never said that people shouldn't procreate. You asked me if I would procreate.
The only thing that would exist would be cows and pigs.
I know, but you asked me if I would procreate. I said no. I didn't say I didn't disagree with it.
No, I was just asking if everybody developed this philosophy.
My philosophy. No, and that's my procreation has nothing to do with veganism. Veganism is about causing the least amount of suffering when practically possible.
You said that nothing that goes into your body, onto your body.
Exactly.
Is animal based.
Right. It isn't. Are you talking about the meat of my boyfriend? Is that what you're talking about? Who's over there? Yeah, that's kind of silly, but if that's where you want to go with that, it is.
No, it's not.
If you want to be that silly in an argument, go right for it. If you want to go to that level, but I'm trying to have an intellectual argument. That's cute, and that's cute. I think it's cute, but I don't think it's a rational argument to use in a conversation such as this. This is a serious discussion. We're talking about the lives of these animals who have suffered, and they suffer for 3 years in a cage like that. I do not want to contribute to that. Do you want to contribute to that? You do
wanna
every
see
time
my
you go.
backpack?
Every time you
See
go into
how
a
much
grocery.
meat I got in there?
Well, then you contribute to that if there's meat in
Yeah,
there.
that's right. Because
So-
I like my protein.
But you can get protein from plants. That's what all we're trying to say. We're just trying to bring that to people's attention.
Where does a gorilla get his protein?
Where all the biggest animals in the world, they eat plants. They don't need meat to survive. We're not carnivores. We're omnivores. We don't have canines. We don't have fangs. We have, what are they called? Canines?
Well,
They're incisors.
Yeah, there you go. They're incisors. They weren't meant to chew. Can you go up to a lion
they
and
are.
can you go and kill a lion yourself? Can you go up to any kind of animal with your teeth and go into it and kill that animal,
how
or
a
your
real
bare
carnivore
hands?
is.
That's a carnivore.
We can rip their flesh and eat them without cooking them. And
We have to create tools to do that stuff, which means we don't need to do it to survive. We survive before eating meat on
no
plants.
cooking, no heating.
Right, that's all we're trying to do. We're not trying to cause arguments or be disturbing here today. We're it's a good.
Stop the question.
Yeah, and we're having a great discussion, I think, too.
I'm glad you asked.
Yeah, man. I mean, I like it when people come by and start asking questions. I don't.
It's like you're inquisitive, you're curious, and you're.
I say no, don't say that. I'm not going vegan.
No, I'm not curious.
Well,
that way.
yeah, no, you're just having a discussion.
Yeah, that's right.
Yep.
That's right. I'm always interested about people who advocate their cause.
That's awesome. So
Why did you come here all the way from Edmonton?
because of the suffering.
Why? There's farms in Edmonton also.
Yeah, but these people were charged for exposing this cruelty, and they're part of our family. They're part of our community. These are our people, right? We support each other. This is an important cause for mankind. If peace begins on your plate, dude. You want.
You have your red chalk.
Eating their flesh causes so much toxins in our body too, like neurotoxins, heart disease,
One
diabetes.
standing by the street does not create toxins. Or you're inhaling toxins.
I mean, this is maximum
sulfide carbon monoxide.
destroying animals is maximum destruction, and also it destroys like.
Well, if we
psychology.
killed all the cows, then there would be no methane gas.
Yeah, but we're not killing the cows. We're creating more cows. So
Yeah, we
Well,
breed them to.
we breed them. They wouldn't exist without us. Same with the pigs.
Milk for babies.
What babies? The babies that the milk belongs to get taken away and put in a cage, and then they get killed for veal. Those babies never get to see their mothers because you want milk.
No, I mean for like little beavers.
They can get it from their mother's tits. What do they need the cow's tit for? They're not cows. That milk was made for a cow to grow so large in a short amount of time. Think of all the hormones that are going into that baby. Oh my God.
It's also a human issue too. Like, for example, it does cause human suffering. Like if it was such a great industry, we wouldn't need to coerce under false pretenses like people from poor countries to come
And work in slaughterhouses.
and slit their throats hanging with a pack of meat. But like people from Vietnam, India, Philippines, Sri Lanka, they're like lured here under false employment pretenses because the local people, they don't want to put up
Yes,
with
but
the
they're
dirty work,
working
right?
for a better life, though, are they not?
Well, they're trying to, but why would we put them come from a war-torn country and then put them in a slaughterhouse where there's more murder and torture of animals that go on? Do you know, have you ever been in a slaughterhouse? Yeah, so you know what goes on then. It's not
I
pretty.
used to work in a farm.
Oh, see, there you go. You know exactly what happens.
Yeah, that's all.
Yeah? Yeah, we're we're all good to be here? Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah. Awesome. Yeah, it's just for Nick and Amy for yesterday. The trial with Nick and Amy Serrano. Yeah, so we're from Edmonton. We're just doing another day of activism. Awesome.
Just curious, what's going on?
Yeah, we might do another song later. We did one earlier.
Animal agriculture is as much.
Sorry, I had to get that.
Also, somebody had to hang the animal upside down, slit their throat, drain the blood and the guts.
And that skin rips off that cow before that animal's dead. That animal suffers.
We've been doing that for millions.
Just because we've been doing it for millions of years doesn't mean it's right. Millions of years. Just because we've been doing it for millions of years doesn't mean that it's right or whatever. You know what we mean. It doesn't justify what we're doing.
Well,
Tradition doesn't justify it.
As long as you stand by your cause.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
Your integrity.
And you know what? I really admire that you came here today and stood and talked to us. I mean, I think that's
I
awesome.
was just, believe it or not, I was curious.
Yeah. Oh, of course. It's awesome.
So what animal is okay to eat, and then what animal is not, and then why?
Speciesism, basically.
Pretty women.
Good answer. Yeah. Well, thank you, sir.
You like that?
That was a good answer. You're a witty. You're a witty guy.
Am I gonna be on like a
You're going to be on my YouTube channel. Yes.
Oh, okay.
I'm